Hello and welcome! It's time for another Legacy stream. We're practicing for the event this coming weekend, and I'm trying out a bunch of different decks that I might play in the event. I might. And it's time for this deck, which actually I tried out last week and was pretty pleasantly surprised about it. So basically what we're doing is we're playing a Stompy deck with Chalice. Of course, we have access to 4 Ancient Tombs in order to play it ahead of schedule. We want to be chalicing on one as early and as often as possible. A couple of Mox Diamond also to help out in this endeavor. And just 30 lands, okay? Multiple Cavern of Souls, this card, of course, very, very important in Legacy. We do have a couple of Bios and a couple of Drops in order to help us cast our Abrupt Decays, which are our way of interacting, and our Uros. Once upon a time, Dryad, Trackers, Remnant Excavator, Green Sun Sith. And then we have Field of the Dead, obviously, and Valak to go with our Dryad. Of course, Wasteland plus Remnant Excavator is also a possibility. Not the deck's main plan, but certainly a possibility that's available to us. Also, this combo gets a lot better when you have one of these guys in play. Sideboard includes Plague Engineer, Titania Protector of Argoth. This card is actually super, super awesome. Tile Striker number 3. Rex Sage, another Raminap, Scavenging Ooze, Collector Oof. All of these, of course, targets for Green Sun Zenith. We don't have Summoner's Pack, but we do have Green Sun Zenith in Legacy, which is even better. A couple of Okos, and then Caracas in the sideboard against Sneak and Show and against decks that Caracas is good against. Obviously, Udo decks, for example, Leovold, not so much, but maybe. But more importantly, Merit Lages of the world. And then Trinisphere and Throne of Amethyst against combo decks to help those chalices. So let's grab a Titan. There we go. Titan Stompy. Let's fire it up. Orange land, best land. Is this the orange land? It is pretty orange, I'm not gonna lie. That's a very orange text box. Alright, Milosis, what you got for me? This hand doesn't do anything, like anything at all. This hand does do stuff. So let's keep it. And I think in the blind, I think I'd rather bottom the Wasteland. Uh-oh. Turn 1 lucky, you say. Okay, so I think I'm gonna get the Dryad here, and I'm just going to Zenith for Atabor. I just need the blocker for this lucky if I can. Next turn we can either Udo or Dryad, probably Dryad. Oh, that's brutal. It is brutal. All right, just take it easy on me, Milosis. Take it easy on me. Could have been a lot worse. Could have been a hell of a lot worse. They kind of whiffed there, honestly. Sure, yeah, we're just going to play our Dryad here. Just name Giant. Play our Dryad, play a 2/4 body. If my opponent does have the removal spell, dude, we are pretty screwed, but if they don't, like just a 2/4, it's pretty large, I guess. All the worst art for them, yeah. Worst Lucky art, worst Ringleader art, worst Moog Fanatic frame, I guess. Not art, but yes, the frame. So hopefully I don't have like the cycling land here. Aha, this is what I like to see. Land, sweet. I guess we do play the Uro here, actually. Green, blue, and 1. Because if we do actually find a land here, Pog, we're pretty close to just getting back this Uro next turn. Again, looking for my opponent to not find Gem Palm Incinerator or the black one. They drew 3 Wastelands. Okay. Sweet. So looking for a land here. Any land will do. Excellent. And now we can even blow them out, potentially, if we get a little bit lucky. Next turn, Uro's coming back, of course. Unless they draw their 4th Wasteland, which would be kind of ridiculous at this point. Okay, so just in case, I think it's correct for me to decay this right here. Just make sure we can't get blown out by that guy anymore. And now blue, blue, green, green, Uro. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Easy. All right, Gobos, Engineer, thank you very much. What else? Sage, probably. Titania, probably. Chalices out. We don't want to keep War the Case. We probably do want our Ogos too, right? Probably over Bojuka Bog and we're bringing in Titania, so maybe just like shaving 1 prime time is fine. 2-4, man. That's a big butt. Yeah, you did see the problem of, you know, I mean, I did get lucky that my opponent whiffed on that Ringleader, obviously. But then basically my opponent just spent every single turn. They just spent every single turn just like wastelanding me. And, you know, I'm playing 2 lands a turn. They're only playing 1 wasteland. So, like, they're not progressing their game plan because they cannot get through. And then, like, I have a 30 land deck, so I'm probably more likely to find a wasteland than they are to keep finding, you know, to like slow me down. I don't think we can keep this, unfortunately. This does look like a really good hand, however. So I'm probably going to bottom the Field of the Dead. Please go turn 1 Vial. Oh no, shit. So we probably do have to just play out this Dryad off the top. Can you imagine if we just find a Dryad here? Tracker. Oh, Plague Engineer! Yes! Oh, baby! That's fun. Opponent doesn't want to play anymore. Opponent does not want to play anymore. That was fun. That was fun. All right, so actually, does anybody know how I can get access to like what is the stuff that I have to do? Like, where's the list? Where's the where I was? Because I closed the window the other day, and I have no idea where to open up where I have all my like channel points stuff. Like, where's the list of things that I can do? So I messed up. Click on the channel points and click on the 3 dots. Oh, oh, sweet, sweet, sweet. That's awesome. We have the reward queue. Because I just did 10 push-ups, okay? I only have 10 push-ups to go. Wow. This is an unprecedented best mod ever. Bar none, Sam. Bar none. Sure, I'll keep this. Lava Spike. My opponent's not messing around. Okay, so Mox Diamond, discard Ancient Tomb, and we're gonna play a Wasteland, I think. And we're gonna play a Chalice of the Void for 1. Okay, so I think I'm just going to play value and say go. And instead I'm going to Once Upon a Time. Like, feels like the only way that I lose this game is if my opponent just gets a lot of value from a Price of Progress. So I'm going to use my Wasteland in order to kind of keep that under control. I just Wasteland myself in order to save a ton of damage. So Once Upon a Time for ooh. So I guess we dry it, or no, we prime time. Okay. Just sitting after a welcome message for fun today. Nice to see some Titan discretion on people. Yeah, that's what's going on here, Medley Mage. Why would they? I guess they're trying to make me miss my. They just want to. They want me to miss my Chalice trigger. Is that what's up? 2 and 3. Play a Dryad. I guess I'm gonna play this Ancient Tomb just because I can. Okay. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to lead on Once Upon. Find another prime time. Sure. Just gonna green, and 1. Raminap. Fetch for basic forest. And replay this. Now we start getting Sumbos. And again, I can Wasteland myself if my opponent attempts to deal me some damages with Price of Progress, which they probably will. Yep, there it is. Gonna go fetch another basic, probably Swamp. And now we're going to make another summon and just wasteland myself. So now we only take 4. And next turn I'm just gonna play wasteland, just wasteland myself, and then Rift Bolt. It's only 3. Can we present a 2-turn clock here is the question. Oh, we can with Valakut. So we just find double Valakut here with the primetime trigger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Cast primetime and get double Valakut. And we can still destroy... Wait, what happened? My opponent concede? Is that concession lag? No, it's not. Okay, am I dead? It's not concession lag. We only take 8. Yeah, we only take 8, so this is actually lethal, and my opponent cannot kill me. Valakut. That is 12, my friend. They do have the other price of progress. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. So we have to wasteland, so we have to look. So this land will trigger and this land will trigger. So let's think for a second. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this will look at 6 other mountains, 5 other mountains. So this will look at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, we can just destroy this. This is fine. Price of Prayer will resolve. We go down to 2. They could have Fire Blast, but like I just could not play around all of this, right? If they also have the Fire Blast, then just like my opponent just have the perfects, and there was nothing that I could have done to stop this. Because you have to also keep in mind that there's Rift Bolt on suspend here. Yeah, my opponent just had the perfects. We couldn't have done anything about that. They need to have exactly everything that they had. That's fine though. So trackers can go, excavator can go, bog can go, prime tank can go probably, decays can go. Yep. Yeah, we need better than that. This is better than that, so that's cool. Keep bottom prime time. Turn 1 field, turn 2 go with a basic chalice. Gobbo. Ugh. Oh, cool. Okay. I'm gonna name... actually, we're gonna name Giant here because of Udo. Play my Dryad. Pass the turn. And if we untap, we're gonna get to untap with Oko, which should be GG's, I would imagine. I will block. That's what I thought. Really? I bottom the Titan. Bottom the Titan. And so I think I'm just gonna Oko minus, steal the Goblin Guide and give them the Chalice. This even protects me from Smash the Smithereens. I guess the not drawing lands was not even relevant. I was just never drawing lands, that's funny. Probably the same side rolling configuration. Maybe this on the draw, kill potential gobos. Oh, no, Rexage. Oh, Rexage, yeah. Oh, that was bad. Rexage because of Sulfuric Vortex. Whoops. How do we like this one? Yeah, we can do better. So we're gonna go turn 1 Dryad. I guess once upon a time into Dryad. Turn 2 Scoozy. Nice. That's solid. Oh no. Well, I fucked up. I should have played any of the other basics. I got hasty there. I should have played any of the other fetch lands, sorry. Chain Lightning. Face? No, Dryad Ever. That's kind of a win for us. Okay. So, yeah, I really fucked this one up. So I could have gotten a basic forest, basic swamp, sorry. Punt. I'm gonna gain my life here. We're gonna get Price of Progress. That's probably fine here. They will need more than that. They did nothing? What the hell is their hand if they did nothing there? I think I'm blocking here. That's more food for me. Price of Progress, that's good. We take 4. Nothing else. Okay. So we can sin it for 3. That's sin it for Uro. That's gain 3. So I think we take that. And this cannot fetch for a basic, so it's basically the same thing. Basically. Okay. We can eat our own Uro if we need to, or we can get it back next turn. This actually fetches for a basic swamp, which is nice. Gobo. Okay. If I block here, I think we block here, right? Price of progress. So this is gonna fetch a basic swamp here. We take 4 here. They can fire blast me, I guess. That's probably fine. They cannot double fire blast me, so that's good for us too. Okay. So this is 6 damage, opponent down to 8. Okay, can we set up okay, so we can attempt to set up lethal here if we want to. We need to get a little bit lucky because we would need to once upon a time into any untapped land. Playing burning and war economy for real, right? So I would need to draw any untapped land. I think that I like my chances though. Like any untapped land just gives me lethal here. Yeah. So Valak at you. Yes, yes. This Valak at you. Fetch. Yeah. We cannot get our fire blasted here. So they can I guess they need to fire blast the Dryad right now. Ha! They do. Sweet. So now we float blue and blue here. They are down to 1 land, so they cannot price or progress me. Yeah, exactly. And we have enough to get back Uro, and that should be game over at that point, because like they cannot price or progress me, and they also cannot kill me, and I'm gonna be at 9. Yeah. Sweet. Super interesting matchup though. Super interesting matchup. Yo, this deck is real, okay? This deck is a lot better than it looks like. This deck is a lot better than it looks like. I am kind of a believer. Just try it, man. Just try it. It's so freaking good. Sexy man. Sexy man kicking butt. Turn 1 Chalice, turn 2 Dryad, Wasteland. Look at these hands. It's fun, own the high-end curve are the turn 1 plays. What do you mean? Thorniel. There you go, Brady. I think I'm okay. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna Dryad on turn 2. Yeah, so we're playing against fucking what's his name? TES over here. Maybe I shouldn't have showed them the Wasteland. It probably doesn't really make a difference. Yeah, this has to be Tess. Wishclaw Talisman. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ugh, so close. Blue, green, and 1, I guess. I guess that's a reason to have floated 1 mana there, huh? Giant. So I assume that we're somehow dead here. Unless my opponent's draw is somehow horrendous. Or I find another chalice. Another chalice would be a solid draw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can't tighten next turn, unfortunately for us. Okay, so we seem to be about dead right now. Burning Wish for probably like the one that they, yeah, Echo of Aeons. Okay. So I guess we're gonna decay this and Wasteland here. Let's do that. Oh, I'm stupid. I have Valakut in hand. Whoops. I could have dealt 3 to them. So that was definitely a mistake. This and Mox Diamond for discarding this. We're going to decay there. I could have dealt them 3, which I probably should have. Oh, I could have gotten... Yeah, that's probably fine. So I could have Talisman for another Chalice. That probably locks it up. Yeah, I should have Talisman for Chalice on 2. Yeah, we could have dealt it. Yeah, I think I played that turn pretty poorly there. I think we're gonna be just fine, but could have played it a lot better. This is lethal now, so it probably doesn't matter. Chalice, baby. Just chalice him. Thorn is good. Rex Sage is good. Oof is incredible. Ooze is very medium, but playable. Wanna probably shave on prime times. We probably wanna shave on trackers. Uro seems fine because it ramps me. Zenith, we can probably shave 1. And Field is probably one that we can shave as well. Oh, we want Goblin Engineer, Goblin, Plague Engineer, sorry, because of empty the warrant tokens. Yeah, we definitely want to Plague. So I think we go with something like this. The one of prime time is I just leave it in the deck so I can tutor 4 if I need a finisher. And of course it's gonna be in my opening hand, obviously. Definitely shipping that. We're probably shipping this one as well here. Point mulligans down to 6, but then they keep. Okay, this is a hand that we keep. We bottom this and we bottom this. And then we say to my opponent, please don't kill me on turn 1. So certainly looking for either Mox Diamond off the top or Ancient Tomb of this Once Upon a Time. Ancient Tomb. Yes, easy. And I think the Chalice on 1 is better than Chalice on 0. Also, this Ancient Tomb sets up my turn 2 Dryad. Play Dryad and play Trop past the turn. I could have played the Windsweep Heath there in order to find Dryad Arbor, but I don't think that's what I want to be doing. Yeah, as I was saying, it's possible that in this matchup, Chalice on 0 is just better than Chalice on 1, but the problem with that way of thinking about it is the fact that if we do that and then my opponent can dig for the answer to the Chalice, which makes things a lot more awkward. Also, again, we just drew our 1-off Primeval Titan, which is hilarious. Eat your ponder. Okay, so that one should be pretty good. So this is gonna be Collector Roof. So this is 6-7 damage 1 turn. This is a 2-turn clock either way. So Wishclaw Talisman. You got it. This guy is doing stuff right now. Oof, indeed. So we can get Sage, or we can hold up Scavengers. I think that getting Sage is just better. We could also get Uro. I think that Sage is going to be more impactful. Just in case, you know, like they find an answer to the Collector Roof. Easy. 3-0, baby. 3-0. Just playing primetime on all formats. Easy. That turn 1 Plague Engineer against Goblins was just priceless. Ancient Tomb has been very impressive in this deck. I have to say that Ancient Tomb has been an all-star. Probably the best card in the deck, honestly. It's definitely the best land that we're playing, for sure. And somebody was suggesting playing Castle in place of some of our Ancient Tombs, and we just saw exactly the reason why, right? Like, I was able to once upon a time into Ancient Tomb and play the Chalice on 1 instead of on 2, and that was probably backbreaking for my opponent. Unable to connect and give my sub cheer. Oh, thank you, Brady Bullard. I appreciate it. Yes. Turn 1 Chalice, turn 2 Tracker. And if we draw any land, we're in a pretty great shape. Into it, into it. One moves to 6. And they're tanking. Must be a tough mulligan for them. Alright, they keep 6. Chalice on 1. Go. Charbercher. No. We're probably basic planes. DNT, I assume. So this tracker is probably going to be pure gas. Oh, what is that? Okay, Stoneforge Mystic. I can decay that one pretty easily, so we don't care too much. Okay, so some versions of Death and Taxes actually do play. So we're gonna get a basic swamp here. They do play Ancient Tomb. So I think we're just going to decay the Stoneforge, crack a clue here, and swing for 4 with this tracker. So my opponent needs to have something very, very good here. Probably Palace Jailer is their only out at this point. However, Palace Jailer would be pretty fucking amazing right here. So we're just hoping for 1 turn, no Palace Jailer. And if we get to untap, we should be able to lock it up with... Okay, that's not Palace Jailer mana. Hard cast the Battle Skull. Doing it the hard way. Sounds good. Yeah, so I think we're probably just going to Wasteland the Ancient Tomb. And we can double crack Clue. So my opponent cannot attack me with the Battle Skull. And if they play a land... I guess that they could still have planes into Palace Jailer, which would still be pretty brutal. But if we untap, we just Rexage the Battle Skull. And that is probably game. Yeah, I mean, at this point, when I saw the City of Trader, this is not a land that Death and Taxes play. Ancient Tomb could be the Death and Taxes for sure, but City of Traders could not. Okay, so that's what's up. Okay, so now we know. My opponent's playing Stax. So now we prime time. I think I actually like better to boggle them. So this is gonna be Zenith for 3, Rexage, blow up the Battle Skull. Oh, we don't have the Sage in the main deck. Whoops. All right, change of plans then. Dryad of the Elysian Grove or Raminap? I think Raminap. Wasteland. Wasteland you. play... I guess we don't have to play the most damage just yet. We just chill here. Okay, my opponent's deck is pretty weird. Still not sure what they're doing over there, but... They have a second Batter Skull? Holy crap. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Prime time. Yes. Field of the Dead, and I guess we're gonna get a Valakut. Sure. Magus, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome everybody from Magus' stream. We're playing some Legacy here. Sure. I'm gonna swing. Thank you for the follow, Blue Week, appreciate it. So it's modern? Yeah, it's basically modern. We're basically playing modern here. I guess my opponent could play a Palace Jailer here. So maybe I shouldn't have attacked with a tracker. Maybe that was a bad attack. Because like the only way that my opponent can win this game is with exactly a Palace Jailer here. So maybe that was a punt on my part. Was a part on my punt. Alright, so we're gonna try to search for a Dryad. If we find a Dryad, this is just game over. 1, 2, 3, play Dryad. Easy. Okay, so Oko seems good, Chalice seems not good against the Chalice deck, Titania seems pretty good, Rex Sage sounds perfect, so does Goose, probably Collector Oof. Tracker also defensible. I guess Rex we do want Excavator as well. That's a lot of cards, so we're probably gonna have to need to cut some stuff, all right. Where's the Gak? The Gak is gone. Oh, I messed it up, yeah. I guess that was what I failed to update. We played a league with this list earlier today. We went 4-1 with the Gak feet. This list. It was pretty sweet actually. Pretty great. This was the list. Lots of fun. This deck is doing really well too. This deck is really overperforming. Plague and humans should be good. I mean, we just played an entire game and my opponent showed me 0 humans. And if they have Thalias, we would actually kind of love to see that. So I don't think that we want to be bringing in Plague Engineer in this matchup. Will I be playing the deck I qualified with tomorrow? Probably yes. I have not played any 4-color piles so far since the event, so I will probably be getting there. I don't think my opponent's playing Mother. That's why. I don't think my opponent's playing Death and Taxes. Like, Death and Taxes does not play Crucible of Worlds and City of Traders. Let's see what's up here. Okay. So what are we gonna be doing here? What is our plan? So I guess our plan is going to be to turn one Dryad, to turn one Arbor, sorry, and I guess it is a Dryad too. So I guess that I'd rather find guarantee another Verdant Catacombs. This coming turn, I'm probably going to Dryad plus Once Upon. Yeah, so my opponent is 100% playing some kind of... Yeah. Yeah, so the line here is going to be 100% Dryad, Decay, the Stoneforge. Black, green. Setting my opponent pretty far behind. This coming turn, we can Excavator, Verdant Catacombs twice, probably. And we can try to Once Upon a Time into something as well. What is this? 4 mana, Magus of the Tabernacle. Okay, so I guess we're not paying for the Dryad Arbor. Okay. Sure. So they're probably playing Stax, I guess. So we are playing for the Sexy Man, and we're not playing for the Arbor. Then we're gonna play this on Giant. Would have definitely been awesome to have found something there. This Magus is kind of annoying here. But it is taxing my opponent as well, so that's good. Honestly, it just seems like my deck just lines up very well against what my opponent's trying to do. Like, they're trying to, like, restrain me on resources, and I have Rhyminap plus Dryad. So, like, I can just sack stuff every single turn, and I don't care. Because I'm playing 2 lands a turn when they are playing only a single land a turn. So it honestly just seems like their deck is just poorly positioned against ours. They're not playing the Skull. They could have played the Vader Skull, and they did not. Interesting. Okay, so we're going to fetch first. For a drop. Play a land and play a land. Not attacking with both just yet. I think I'm going to attack with both next turn. Do they play Karn? I assume that they do play Karn, yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can get 2 zombies end step if we want to. And we can start getting in there. probably have to play the skull here. I guess if they do play the skull, I just Armageddon. Okay. That's a way around it. I think I'm gonna hold here. Interesting to know that they're playing Armageddon. I was not expecting that. Estoy retardando. What do you mean, Sam? What is this game? I'm still trying to figure that out myself, honestly. Okay, so we have to draw any land, and we can start trying to get back into it. That's really good for them. Okay, so the plan is we need to kill this guy, right? Like, we need to get rid of this dude. Now that I think about it, I feel like I have seen Julian playing this deck last week or the week before, maybe. So yeah, now that I saw Armageddon and probably Ravages of War and stuff, maybe my opponent's deck is better against ours than I gave it credit for. Like, why are they playing Stoneforge though? That's the part that I'm a little bit confused about still. Okay, so we have to survive, I guess, one more turn. Like, if my opponent uses Ravagers... Oh, that's brutal. I guess it's not the end of the world, but it's pretty fucking annoying. That's a good disenchant there. It's a pretty good disenchant. Do they have another one? They totally have another one, don't they? Palace Jailer? Yeah, okay, so we can pack it in now. Yeah, so they did have Palace Jailer. I knew it. I knew that they did have Palace Jailer. Okay, so we actually do want Mox Diamond, I guess. And... do we want Thorn is the question. I don't think we do. Gonna go with this. Definitely wish I had access to like trophy or something, because like that Magus of the Tabernacle is pretty insane. Okay, we're gonna keep this. This looks pretty solid. Oko probably shits on my opponent's deck pretty hard. So we can wasteland here and turn to Oko. Okay. So we Nox Diamond, Pitching Bog, play Wasteland. We Sinith for Arbor. And I think we just turn 2 Oko. We could turn 2 Tracker, which would net us a land. Actually, that's probably better. It would net us a card. They could Ravages here, but without a Knuckle or the other thing. So I guess this is better. We can start drawing cards here. What is this? Crucible? Yeah. That's an elk. That is an elk, my friend. So play this. Get a drop. 1, 2, 3. Oko. Elk. Waste. And Tracker protects the Oko from the Crucible. Looking pretty good here, and once again we just see the power of Ancient Tomb. This card is just busted in this deck. This card is just so insane in this deck. Crack a Clue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's a prime time. That's another prime time. Oh, I'm stupid. I guess I should have converted this clue. Whoops. So we should be in a good spot next turn, I guess. They can blow up all my lands, but they just die to my board. They just don't have an Knuckle. This is just too much. Was that turn 4? This deck is great. Yep. Magus of the Knuckle resolves. Do they need to chump block here? They do need to chump block, right? I attack for 3 plus 3. That is 6 plus 6 is 12. I'm trying to figure out if I can actually attack for lethal, or at least to force a chump block. So they block the tracker on the Crucible on the tracker, and then they can block there. We only swing for 9. But we swing for 9, but we put my opponent down. We can wasteland their wasteland, and they are going to be at 2, so they cannot use the Ancient Tomb. So that seems pretty good for me. Yeah. No. Yeah, so this is just gonna be... So they're gonna block here, then they're gonna have to be forced to block the prime time, because if they block here, when we make another clue, and 6 damage, 9 damage make it through. Right? I'm not missing anything. Then we wasteland their wasteland, because their ancient tomb is going to be effectively destroyed. And they would also need to pay for the Magus of the Tabernacle, by the way. I forgot to say that. Yeah, that's just not a winning strategy for them. Is this deck your favorite? It sounds like a fine... It's been pretty impressive, let's put it that way. Like, it's definitely a lot better than I originally thought it was gonna be. Like, a lot better than I thought it was gonna be. And I think I don't want to play my lands just yet. So I think I'd rather just draw some cards here. Like, even if they just cannot destroy my board. Like, there's no combination that allows them to destroy my board here. Like, they do have access to Ancient Tomb, so they can Ravages of War me or Armageddon me. But if they do, like, I just don't care. I just kill them with my board state, and they don't have the combo. They cannot Knuckle and Ravager me. I guess they could play Knuckle, play Chrome Mox, Ravager me, and then they just die to Oko Beats. So it's just like, it's the same. Like, they cannot stop everything that I have going on. So yeah, so I think that was 100%. We could have elked the Knuckle dude, but like, I think that my block was just, like, my line was just a lot better. We're currently 4-0, Ivan, so let's say that pretty well. This is the first league that I'm playing with this deck. The previous league that I played was with this one. I also ended up going 4-1. I guess not also. We can still 5-0 here. We can still 5-0. %80 win rate confirmed. That's true. Why only 2 Mox? Good question. Good question. Mox Diamond is not as good in this deck as it is in other decks. It's pretty unintuitive, I guess, because usually when you see a Mox Diamond decks are like slam Mox Diamond on turn 1, and like you kind of almost mulligan towards Mox Diamond. That's not this deck though. It's weird, but between like you want actual lands in play because of all the synergies with Uro, with Dryad, with Field of the Dead, and like the card disadvantage is not irrelevant for us. We only have like a one-off ramming up that can recur lands. There's a second one in Cyber, obviously, which is pretty good, but yeah, it's interesting. But I thought the first time I played this deck, I thought the exact same thing. Like, Mox Diamond just really sucks in this deck. And drawing multiple copies is basically like a death sentence. So you want to have it, and you're going to be happy like the 1 or 2 times that you have it, but really what you want, and like the early versions of this deck played Castle Gerbrig instead of Ancient Tomb, and this is the card that this deck wanted all along. Ancient Tomb it's really, really good. I've been singing the praises of Ancient Tomb since since I started streaming this deck. All right, for the 5-0, baby. Against MM17. Yeah. We probably have to ship this. It would be a snap keep, but like the fact that we have our 1 of Drive in the hand is... it's a deal breaker there. We're gonna keep this one. This is actually a pretty solid draw, and I think we're gonna bottom the decay because it's like the one uncastable card in our hand. Bubble. 1 of what? What do you mean? What does 1 of what mean? Is this Delver? Oh, please daze me. Please daze me. Yes. Yes. So they're playing Edgar's deck. Does that mean I chalice on I guess it does mean that I chalice on one. That's funny. No, they're not doing the Luros thing because I don't see it, right? Is there somewhere where I could see if they're... No. I imagine it should be here. So, no. But I did show me Sprite Dragon, so I know it's some form of Delver. So against Delver, we want Okos, we want Thorns and Stringy Spheres, we definitely want Chalices. Decay is just like, our deck is so good against Delver. Like all the cards in our freaking deck are just amazing. Probably won't be making this a mistake. That was pretty funny. That was pretty funny. How they tanked for a second and they're like, yeah, I got you. I'm gonna force your Once Upon a Time, and it's just like, well, Chalice, yeah. Oh, that was funny. That was funny. So we got a bunch of locked pieces. We got a bunch of answers to what our opponents are doing. We want one Ramina, but I don't think I want more than one on the play. Titania seems better than Primetime, honestly. And maybe we want the Trini Spheres on Trini Spheres, not Trini Spheres, on the play, but then on the draw, we would like something a little bit easier. So probably like a Plague Engineer. Scavenging Ooze? Yeah, Scavenging Ooze. Can totally imagine opponent's face. Yeah, that was a good one. I enjoy that. Okay, so I think we like this hand. We have a lot of options. Yeah, they could totally think that I'm on Eldrazi here. I think I want to see it for 0. Uro is the plan here. Uro is the plan. Getting towards Uro is my idea. Turn 1 Excavator. Yeah, why it doesn't make sense to turn 1 Excavator. Like, we're not doing anything. They show Vapor Snag. Oof, definitely good to know about that one. Yeah, there's not much reason for us to go the excavator route, honestly. Like, it exposes it to lightning bolt before it gives me any value, so like, why would I? Volcanic Island bolt. Okay. We can still Udo here. And I think we Udo plus Wasteland. Yeah, we 100% Udo plus Wasteland. So Verdant Catacombs, Mox Diamond. We're probably gonna pitch the Ancient Tomb to the Mox Diamond, just because we can't really afford to take that much damage. Gonna get a basic Swamp here. 1, 2, 3. Udo. Sub. They can daze this if they want, but that's probably fine. They don't, which means that we gain 3, we get to play our Wasteland, and we get to destroy their land immediately. And we cannot get back Udo next turn because we have our Swamp, but that's fine. Like, also Udo is not very good against my opponent's on-board Vapor Snag, right? Like, it's not like I'm incentivized to try to play this quickly. Okay, once upon a time. Let's see what's up. Titania, probably? Or Dryad? Probably Titania. Play my land, say go. Okay, thank you for the follow there. Big ahead. Thank you. I think we Udo, right? So we're gonna get a trap, blue, green. Udo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They can't daze me. They can force, which they do. Pigeon Sprite Dragon, okay. So next turn we're gonna play Titania. Okay. Okay, do you have another force opponent? Okay. So we can make 3 tokens here. Okay, so we're gonna Wasteland. Okay, so can I afford to take 1 more damage? So this is gonna deal me 1 point here. So I'm gonna give the also 8. Basically, I think I have to Wasteland my own Verdant Catacombs here. And I think that the damage actually matters way too much here. So we're just gonna get 2 5/3s. And next turn, I guess we're gonna just do the same thing. We're gonna play our land. But if we find, like, I wanna make sure that we can play around another Vapor Snag. Thorn of Amethyst. We're gonna get back the Wasteland. I guess they can force this if they do have the force now. We're playing around days though, very very nicely, and we can like now we're winning the race. Like my opponent needs another Vapor Snack. If I had fetch, we would actually be losing the race instead. So I guess I want to do this right now to guarantee that I get the tokens. And now we're actually winning the race, which we would otherwise be losing. They would need a third Vapor Snack. If they do have a third Vapor Snack, that's, you know, or like Lightning Bolt or something. But now their Delver is actually losing the race and they need to stay back to block. Because I did not fetch when I had the option. Easy. 5-0, baby. 5-0 with Titan Stompy. Haven't seen most lists on 3 Vapor Snack. Yeah, me neither. But like, I'm just playing around. Again, I would have lost that match if I had fetched and gotten a little bit greedy. My opponent would have won the race, and instead I won the race. So clearly, my line was the superior one, and Titania is just amazing. Titania is kind of nice. You make it look so. Thank you, Stax. I appreciate it. Flabwith, thank you for the follow. Alright, yeah, this deck is the real deal. I'm into this deck a lot. I will be testing more of this deck because I just legit like it a lot. So, have you been liking the Titan Stompy list more than the list that you play in the Qualifier? I mean, I don't know, but I'm enjoying this list a lot. I think it's really, really powerful. How is this Titan deck working? Check out the screen, Tio Lau. Check the screen. Oh, up there, right above the chat. What do you see? This was fun. This deck is great. This deck is really, really good. Like the first time that I played it, I went 4-1. And now the second time, after a couple of changes, we like go straight up for the 1-0, for the 5-0. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I think it's really powerful, and it's so much better built now than it was like a month ago when I first tried it out. Yeah, I'm really into this deck. Let's see what I'm missing to build it in paper. 4 Ancient Tombs, 1 Cavern, 2 Mox Diamond, 1 Trop, 1 Bayou. Easy. 2 Trinisphere, 2 Thorns. Just, God damn it. That's probably a lot of money. Paper in COVID times. Yo, I am an optimistic, okay? I'm pretty sure that COVID times will end eventually. And when they do, I have to be ready. Just a casual $800. Yeah, I know. I mean, honestly, just like 2 Mox Diamonds are each Mox Diamond in paper is like what, like $300 or something. So now is the time to buy. Yeah. The only problem is that, well, you know, it's Legacy, so like nobody just has the cards. Nobody just plays the format, unfortunately, even though it's sweet. You're like 200 right now? Oh, okay. That's... I mean, just saying it like it's fine for cardboard to be $200, but yeah. Yeah, I'm super into this deck. This is amongst my front runners for the weekend. We have this deck, and we have the deck that I qualified with. So these are the 2 decks that I'm going to be... Probably these are going to be like the 2 decks that I'm going to be focusing on to try to see what's up, you know? So these are probably the 2 decks that I'm going to be focusing on for now. Unless something else shows up that I'm like, oh my god, this is so insane, or whatever. I'll actually change this to Titan Stompy. I like this name better. So unless something shows up that I'm like super blown away by, These two are my top front runners. Andy Prime, thank you for the follow. The snow deck is awesome. Yeah, it's really weird. Gets paper legacy deck, sits quietly, got fishing in at home. Yeah, that's the move. That's the move right there. It's not actually about a game against Storm, but I don't know how scared you are of Storm. I mean, we beat Storm in this very league. I mean, you're still a Chalice of the Void, Trinity Sphere, Throne of Amethyst deck, right? It's not that we're playing just like Maverick or something. I guess even Maverick has a lot of like stuff against Storm, but like it's not that we're playing Burn. We are still a turn 1 Chalice of the Void, turn 1/2 Trinity Sphere, Throne of Amethyst deck. So I don't think it's that straightforward, you know? I think we do actually have game against the combo decks. Now, Show and Tell, for example, that's something I would be a little bit more worried about. I guess that thanks to Trinity Sphere, we did with Show and Tell last week pretty handily, honestly. We lost miserably game 1, which looked nigh unwinnable. But the games 2 and 3, thanks to Trinity Sphere and Thorn, we just kind of run them over a little bit. So maybe that's kind of the move. We just want more like Trinity Spheres in the sideboard. But I feel like there's a lot of things to tinker with. For example, do we want main deck Okos? Is 3 Titans the correct number of Titans? Maybe 2 is the correct number, and we should have 3 copies of Uro, because Uro actually seems very, very good for us. Then, like, do we want more trackers, more ramming up excavators? Is the mana base the correct one? It feels pretty good, but like, is maybe a way to sneak in there maybe one more basic, or like a basic island, or something like a castle or whatever? Like, do we need to do any of that? So there's still a lot to be tinkering with this deck, but it is certainly very powerful. It is certainly very, very powerful. Snow is fine, that's what we have land destruction and fields for. Yeah, I mean, the snow matchup is probably okay. It's probably not great, honestly, because I've seen that snow players have been running From the Ashes, which is a commander card, which is probably really, really hard for us to beat. Destroy all non-basic lands. For each non-basic land destroyed this way, control may search a library for a basic land and put it to the battlefield. Yeah, this is pretty rough for us to beat. I guess that even what's his name? Back to Basics, backed up by Veil to counter our Abrupt Case, is probably pretty awful against us. Is awful for us as well. But that's a lot easier to beat because that allows you to just keep your Osimandi SHS. Thank you for the follow. Are you Matt Vok? Because if you are, sweet, awesome. Thanks for being here, and I enjoyed your loam deck. We didn't do well with it when I played it, but it's a lot of fun, and you're an absolute master. But yeah, so Back to Basics is fine because we basically need just a single time of a single Titan trigger in order to like get all the value, and then we just win with our lands being tapped. One thing that I did like about the Titan Stompy version that we played was that it had a shit ton of basics. So this version, when we played this version, we actually skimped on the chalices, and instead we're playing crop rotations, reclaimer, and exploration. So this version of the deck this one is actually soft to combo. For like, actually, it is pretty bad against combo. Like, we have like a couple of chalices and that's it. But against the mid-range stuff, and even against like the mono like hate decks, we have a lot of basics, so even like Back to Basics just doesn't really hurt us that much. We basically need just one time where we activate a cavern. I mean, look at all these basics. That's so many basics. It's great. It's so great. But yeah, So that's why I kind of would want to fit one more basic if it's at all possible. Since we're playing 3 colors, it seems a little bit hard to achieve, and maybe I'm just being silly. But also we should be playing the full 4 of this. We actually do have a swamp that we can go fetch if we need to. So yeah, there's definitely a lot of things to be testing with this deck. Can you go to 2 caverns? I don't want to. Like, cavern is just great for us. Like, this is how we beat the control decks. Like, I actively want to be playing 3 caverns. 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm considering kind of like cutting maybe a drop or a value or something like that, but I don't know if we can really do that. Another alternative would be like shaving a wasteland or shaving moving the Bujuki Ball or the 3rd cavern to the sideboard. These are all alternatives that we could look into. But yeah, I'm gonna be doing some testing with this probably tomorrow. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me today. Thank you so much if you're watching on YouTube. I appreciate you checking out the content, and don't forget to like and subscribe. And I will see you in the next video. More Legacy coming your way this week. Bye bye.